Hey, it's Steve King. Afternoons on Q105.7, and the iconic band Deep Purple has a new album coming out August 7th. Deep Purple Woosh. It is their 21st album. It's going to be available on a couple of different formats. You can get it as a standard CD, a digital album, a limited edition CD and DVD that comes with a 1-hour interview with Roger Glover, bass player for Deep Purple, and then also available on vinyl as well. And today, a great opportunity to talk to one of the founding members of Deep Purple, bassist Roger Glover. Hi, how are you doing?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you, on this Monday morning.
Yeah.
Hey, I got to tell you, I had the opportunity over the weekend to spend some time with Deep Purple's new album, Woosh. What a great album.
Well, thank you. Thank you. It's funny, when you finish a song in the studio, there's no round of applause. You don't know if it's any good or not.
I bet that is a little weird.
People like you say things, so I appreciate that. Thanks.
Sometimes when you hear a classic band like Deep Purple, sometimes you feel like, they kind of lose their sound a little bit and that kind of thing. And not at all. I mean, I would have recognized without knowing who it was. If we'd played Name That Tune, I would have known that was Deep Purple immediately.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, we don't have a formula for a sound. We actually free to write what we want, as long as it sort of falls into the sort of collective consciousness of what we feel is good.
Mm-hmm.
To have the name Deep Purple attached to it. But everything's open. And this album, I think we don't plan what an album is going to be. We don't even write songs for it. We don't have hardly any preparation. It just happens. We have a writing session when we all get together, and all we do is play and throw out ideas and jam and see what excites us musically. And then gradually over the next writing session, they become honed down a bit, and then we record them, and then we write the song over the top, and Bob's your uncle. But it's the same process that it's been since the 60s.
I was going to just ask, is that the way Deep Purple has always done their recording and writing?
Yeah, it is. Ian Gillan's fond of saying that Deep Purple is an instrumental band with vocal accompaniment.
I'm sure Ian loves that.
Yeah, he does. That's his perverse sense of humor. Yeah.
Tell me about the title. What is Woosh? Why did you guys come up with that?
Talking of Ian Gillan's really warped sense of humor, it's his idea.
So it's
I think it's great because every album could potentially be our last album. You never know. When no one knows what's around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is our 21st album, and it's taken 50 years to do it. And to come with some title that's kind of enigmatic or some self-congratulatory, epithet or something, I think Woosh sums it up better than anything. It's just to the point. Time flies. That's it.
Isn't that the truth? Time definitely does fly. I'm sure it seems like just the other day, you were on stage and, for the first time.
Yeah, I'm not sort of nostalgic, but especially in these days of COVID, I look at old stuff, not just us, but sports events and big concerts and stuff, and it's so great to see lots of people all together.
Mm-hmm.
To think now that we're all each other's potential killers is just very alarming.
Yeah, no kidding. Now, are you in Switzerland right now?
Yes, I am.
So what are things like there for you? I mean, it's got to be weird. Are you in quarantine? Are you able to go out and do stuff, or what's going on?
Well, for about 3 months, I stayed at home. I'm in the sort of the so-called age group that's more, likely to get it or be, killed by it. So I stayed in. We all stayed in. I have a family, and we stocked up and stuff. Right in the very early stages. In fact, I thought my wife was out doing it, and she came back with all this stuff from this grocery store, lots of everything. And I said, you're going a bit far, but she was actually right on the money because we stayed in. The last 3 weeks or so, I've been going out a little bit. It's opening up a bit. Everyone is very careful here. It's very controlled and very calm.
Mm-hmm. That's good. Have you done any recording, like home studio stuff? Did you have to do any stuff remotely for the album Woosh, or was it all done before all this happened?
We just did. I don't know when it's coming out. We just did one. Nothing at all. So I mean, I wanted initially. I wanted us to all get on and have a jam or something live. but various technical difficulties. We're all different parts of the world.
Sure.
Steve's in the States. We're split between the States, Portugal, England, and Switzerland.
Wow.
So that's not a problem for Zoom or Skype or anything like that. It was the latency problem.
Mm-hmm.
So we're trying to do something similar. So it's basically a live version of a song on the album. But I haven't seen it yet, so I don't know how it is.
Well, I know some people have tried it and had varied success, but man, that's quite a distance for you guys to be playing live with each other.
Yeah, very odd. Very odd. I mean, I saw Elbow's video.
Yeah.
And I was blown away with that. That's just fantastic.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty amazing what people can do.
Yes, it is.
So what do you... Go ahead.
It's more difficult for us as a band because we're not really a band. We're sort of 5 individuals that play in a band most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's like different. I mean, we're all older. We've grown up. We all got families. Our own directions going in a way. But, we get together for Deep Purple because that's what we do.
Right.
But now that's difficult.
Mm-hmm.
It's torturous. I'm going to miss not playing live. I've had so much time off. It's not true. The longest time I've had off in my life.
I'll bet. What are you doing to keep busy? What's your passion outside of Deep Purple and playing bass?
Do you have a family?
I do.
Well, you know what it's like.
There's your passion. Your passion is your family. They keep you plenty busy.
No, I mean, I like to cook and clean and all that sort of thing. Play my part. But I also, work in the studio. I'm writing a book, my story, ostensibly. And I do something with music every day.
Mm-hmm.
That's not always something with Deep Purple. I just write every day.
Right. What your book? When do you think that'll come out? That'll be an interesting read with everybody you've worked with.
It will be an interesting read. Yes. I just hope you're still alive when it does come out. It's not going to be out at least for 2 years or so. Yeah.
Okay. So we got a while before we hear all the crazy stories.
Yes. Yes. You can make it up as you go along, and I'll correct you when it comes out.
There you go. Exactly. Hey, what did you guys being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame back in 2016? What did that mean to you? I know in the past when you hadn't gotten in, you guys had kind of said, "Oh, maybe someday it's not that big a deal to us." But what did it mean to the band?
Other than the moment, nothing really.
Really?
It means more to other people than it does to us.
Mm-hmm.
And that was always our kind of feeling about it.
Mm-hmm.
Getting turned down twice. We almost said, well, we did actually say to ourselves. I remember having a meal one night. We were on the road somewhere. Said, why don't we just tell them to shove it up their arse? We don't need it. We'd get more publicity by doing that than by accepting it.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
So the third time when it was accepted, I think Ian Gillan said it best. He said, it's not for us. It's for the fans and it's for our family and friends.
Mm-hmm.
That's who we got to think about. It's not us.
Sure.
And so we did it. Yeah.
You guys get your gratification and your accolades when you're on stage and the crowd is going crazy for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's strange. Towards the end of your career, you start getting these awards and things, little statuettes, right, left, and center. And as a friend of mine who, he was receiving one. He was a big star in England. A guy called Joe Brown, and he said, after a life of touring and making music, which is my passion, to have something like this is just the icing on the cake. And that's all it is. It's not the cake.
Mm-hmm.
The cake is the most important thing.
Mm-hmm. What are you most proud of then musically? What's your cake?
Well, there's so many things, really. So many things. So, if we're talking about albums, we made some, okay albums, some duff albums, and some brilliant albums.
Mm-hmm.
And, we don't plan it that way. Everything is planned to be brilliant. But
sure.
It doesn't always work out.
Mm-hmm.
But so many moments. I can't tell you one.
I would think the body of work of Deep Purple, from the early days to current, there's your cake,
Yeah.
I could see that.
It's interesting. It's like some kind of soap opera in a way. As a band, we've been through lots of ups and downs worthy of any soap opera,
Mm-hmm.
and somehow survived. And how do we survive? We survive with fans being loyal and just being in the right place at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
And being honest to ourselves. We're an honest band. We don't involve trickery. We're musicians and we play, and maybe that's old-fashioned, but that's what we are.
Yeah, I've heard other musicians, other bands describe themselves as a family. You were talking about the ups and downs. Like, families will have fights and families will have disagreements, and they'll have great moments and bad moments, and then, they put it all away, and they're still a family at the end.
Well, it's the same in anyone's life over a period of 50 years or 40 years.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's life goes through changes. You get married, you get divorced, you have kids, you move, you have another job. It's all a soap opera for everyone.
Yeah.
It's just in a band, it happens to all five of you at the same time.
True.
And I guess for that reason is noteworthy,
That is very true. Well, I've got to tell you, I really enjoyed the album. It is coming out. It's called Woosh. It's coming out August 7th. You can pre-order it. We've got a link to that on our website here. And it's available as a CD, a DVD. It's even on vinyl. There's an interview with you for an hour. I mean, there's all sorts of different ways that you can enjoy it. And I really did. I really enjoyed the album, and I appreciate the opportunity to talk to you today.
Well, bless you. Thank you very much. Yes.
Thank you, Roger.
And thanks for your support as well. That's very important to us. Thank you.
Absolutely. You have a great day.
And you too. And keep safe.
Thank you. You too.